All right, good evening, everyone. Sunday the 14th, and we are live going over the winter weather update for the second round of winter weather that's coming into the area that did some of y'all did not get some today. Uh, our forecast, we actually went above all the guidance models and went with our gut on the winter weather snow accumulations and. A lot of models were underdoing it because they were thinking that's going to be a lot more dry air in place. And this system that came in from Oklahoma had a bigger, huge precip shield with it compared to some of the short term models that had hardly anything early this morning and then really blowing it up this afternoon. But it started at big and then it came across most of eastern Oklahoma, southern Missouri into Arkansas, and then over towards Tennessee, northern Mississippi, Alabama, into parts of Kentucky as we went throughout the day. So, that being said, here's the hazard map. We have winter storm warnings out for most of Arkansas, down towards northeastern Texas, northern Louisiana, up towards parts of Mississippi, northern Mississippi into northern Alabama, all of Tennessee, eastern parts of Kentucky, western parts of West Virginia, up in the mountains of Virginia, in through the mountains of North Carolina as well. Winter weather advisories down here through almost the rest of Louisiana, towards the Gulf Coast and the southeastern Gulf Coast of Texas. Even that's going to be some icing through there as well. And then winter weather advisories up towards Virginia, where we think there's going to be 2 to 4 inches of snow, possibly a little bit more up that way. And then back here towards Kentucky. Still some winter weather advisories down through southern parts of Missouri now, and then western Arkansas and parts of eastern Oklahoma. Now that system is basically done now. We're going to be looking for the second system to come into the region here and then start really developing a lot of freezing rain, sleet, and snow. I think possibly the big winner could be parts of northern Alabama into eastern Tennessee with some of the bigger snow accumulations. But we got some areas in the Ozarks got 4 to 6 inches today. We're going to go over the snow accumulations here in just a second that actually happened today. So here is uh, what our winter weather, what our snowfall totals was. Really nothing to we're not changing anything. So basically, we have a 4 to 7 inch band from East Central Arkansas. It's going to be a little small band of this because we were trying to figure out where the sleet was going to transition to heavy snow, and this is where our thinking remains. This is snowfall total accumulations from what we had today through Tuesday. 4 to 7 inches is south of Memphis, up through most of southern Tennessee, and then into the mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee, up into parts of Kentucky, into West Virginia. Anywhere in the blue, 2 to 4 plus. We already got that and some more up through the Ozarks, Arkansas, and even through western Arkansas as well, central Arkansas. And then as we get towards the southern part of this area here, down towards southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, in through central Mississippi, um, this is going to be a lot of sleet. Okay, snow totals are included with sleet, so this is what to expect down that way. Now, ice in the pink here, all the way down to the Gulf Coast, even including Houston. You can get glazed to 1/10 of an inch of ice. And with these colder temperatures, you saw how, and some of these people can talk to you about that up in Arkansas, parts of Tennessee, and eastern Oklahoma. As soon as this overcame that dry air, which was actually a lot faster than what guidance anticipated. That's why we got a little bit heavier totals up there, and it overproduced up that way. So the roads turned into an absolute nightmare really quickly, within 15 to 30 minutes, because that's as soon as it started snowing, it started coming down at a very good clip. Heavy snow, less than a quarter mile visibility, and it was just dumping snow for hours on end up that way. So roads are going to be very slick from here on going forward until we get to the freezing mark, which may not be for a couple days. So it's going to be a lot of school closures, could be some work closures. Um, so, anyways, so in the dark pink here, 1/10 to 1/4 inch, basically east of Dallas. Take the I-20 corridor over toward Shreveport, Monroe, over towards central Mississippi, 1/10 to 1/4 inch. This is freezing rain, of course. Alrighty, so let's get into what kind of snowfall actually happened today. Get over there. All right, so see some of the latest reports here. This is the very last one that came in was Grove, Oklahoma at 9:22. They had 3 inches over there, Grove, Oklahoma. Barsville, Oklahoma at 1.5. Fraser, Tennessee, 2.7. Mississippi, Glen, Mississippi, 2.5. Elm Springs, Arkansas, 3. Cave Springs, 2.5, and so on and so on. But we can go through some of these amounts down here in towards Little Rock. This was at 7:30. 3 inches. And Benton says it's still snowing at the time of the report. Get up here towards Searcy, 2 inches. Get up towards northern Arkansas, Timbo, 4 inches, 4.5 in Marshall, 5 in Mountain Home, 4 in Hardy, 4 in Harrison, 4.5 in Compton, 4 in Deer. This is at 4:30. This is the last report out of Deer at 4:30. There's 4 inches. There's got to be probably 5 to 6 up there now. And we have a supporter that's up in Jasper that a couple hours ago said there were 6 inches, and it was still snowing. So 4 inches in Aurora, Arkansas, 4 over here in northwestern Arkansas. A lot of 2 to 3 inch or 3 to 4 inch reports up here in northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri, 2 to 4, even in northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Get towards Memphis, 2 to 3 inch amounts here around that area. Northern Mississippi, 2 to 3 or 2 to 3 inches over towards even Alabama, and that way so far. Up here towards Paducah area, just north of there, 2 inches, uh, basically an inch or so around Aurora, Kentucky, inch or so, Dyersburg, an inch. We said 3 inches around Brownsville. Alrighty, so that's the latest snow totals. Like I said, I think we're on target for our snowfall totals, and they even exceeded some. That's why we put the 2 to 4 plus, because we thought there were going to be some higher amounts with this overproducing, and the ratios were going to be a lot. I mean, the ratios were a lot higher than models were predicting, which we were thinking that the 25 to 30 to 1 ratios did come true across parts of Arkansas, with especially northern Arkansas that didn't even get out of the mid single digits today. So that is 35 to 40 below average across parts of that area for highs today. Alrighty, so let's get into the latest radar. I'm going to show you what's going to happen here over the next 24 to 36 hours. All right, let's go over possible temperatures for tonight. Tomorrow morning, we wake up. If you wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning, below zero here across parts of Oklahoma into the panhandles of Texas as well. Below zero all across eastern parts of Colorado. You get into the deeper snowpack, we're talking probably 20 to 25 below zero up here towards Iowa and through maybe northern parts of Missouri into Kansas. Get towards I-44 corridor. This is below zero tonight. We have a lot of cloud cover around. That's why we're not cooling down as fast across this area. I can tell you right now that these temperatures across northern Arkansas are already overdone because it's been below below some of these numbers all day today. Okay. So down here towards Monroe, 20. Over here towards Shreveport, same deal. Around Dallas, maybe 10 for the low in the morning. Then as we get towards your daytime highs tomorrow, 21 Monroe, maybe 20 around Little Rock. I really do doubt that some of these numbers go up that high tomorrow. So 20s into parts of Texas, 16 in Memphis, and then below zero. These are high temperatures, below zero up here, basically north of I-70 across the central plains, northern plains here. Okay. So as we get into tomorrow night, that's when it's going to be the coldest, one of the colder nights. Now, I think some of these temperatures are a little overdone. I think, especially with these deeper snowpacks here now in parts of Arkansas, with 4 to 6 inches in parts of the Ozarks. I think you can easily be below zero here. So maybe 2 to 7 below zero. These are not wind chills, of course. Get up here towards northern Missouri, you're talking 15 to 20 below zero. Same with Iowa. Get here towards Little Rock, maybe 8. Memphis, 6. Down here towards Monroe, 15. 8 to 11 around Dallas. And then all the way to the Gulf Coast, it's going to be in the low 20s to teens for when you wake up Tuesday morning. And even around New Orleans, it's going to be in the mid 20s. So big time cold air coming into the pattern, and we've been talking about that since August when our winter weather outlook came, and we basically nailed down that we said mid-January was going to be our target period for extreme cold, and there's going to be another period probably in early February where the cold comes back as well, and we'll go over that all in the long range over in the Porter Hub. Okay. All right, so let's go over. Here is wind chills for one. So this is Tuesday. Let's go back. All right, here's 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Below zero, wind chills. It's nasty cold. This is frostbite, kind of cold. Got 50 to 60 below a zero, and wind chills up here is frostbite within minutes. If you have any exposed skin, get towards Iowa, it's 30 below, 30 to 40 below. Get towards southern Missouri, probably 15 to 20 below zero. Same is even around Memphis, 3 below zero for a wind chill, possibly in the morning. Okay. As we go out through the day, it's going to stay below zero with wind chills all across this area, and then south of basically the Arkansas state line here, Missouri Arkansas state line, we'll get the single digits and teens tomorrow for wind chills, and then tomorrow night this is going to have we're going to have single digit below zero wind chills almost all the way to the Gulf Coast in Texas. A little bit more cloud cover here in parts of Mississippi, southern Mississippi into Louisiana. So the wind chills are going to be up with this a little bit more because the temperature is going to be up a little bit more. So 12 to 20 below zero wind chills tomorrow night across northern Arkansas to parts of Missouri. Below zero out here towards Tennessee and Kentucky as well. Alrighty. So let's go over future radar here and tell you exactly what's going to happen, transpire over the next 24 hours. All right, so this is basically what's happening right now. This is and then we got some snow ongoing. This is a pretty good depiction. I'll be honest, probably all the models on this system were absolutely just garbage on this. We knew a storm system was going to come through. We had to basically nowcast this a little bit and then went with our gut on the system, and it actually, overproduced, like I said, in a few areas. So, like I said, our forecast is on target. The NAM actually did a little bit better than what I thought it would with this event. So, I'll lean on it a little bit for future radar here. So, as we go throughout tonight, this is midnight. A lot more freezing rain and sleets developing out here in Texas. It's going to run up into Louisiana and southern Arkansas. We've had comments today that, hey, your forecast busted across Louisiana and Arkansas, southern Arkansas, into northeastern Texas. Well, if you were paying attention and following me for a while, I've been talking about this second wave of moisture coming up Sunday night into Monday. This is where a lot of your accumulations are going to come with winter weather. All right. So as we go forward here, this is 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Lots of freezing rain, some snow getting ongoing here. This is interesting up here towards Oklahoma into Arkansas. Maybe a little bit of a system trying to push up. They're creating a little wave of snow. This will put down a little bit extra accumulations up this way if this transpires like this. Okay, so I do not have much trust in any model right now because they absolutely kind of busted on this system, and there was a lot more moisture than what any guidance model was saying. That's why I said we went with our gut on and our experience with these kind of systems, and like I said, it overperformed just a little bit more than what we expected. Alrighty. So this is 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. It could be snowing again up here in northeastern Arkansas, parts of northern Arkansas again with this a little bit heavier snow band coming through. Could drop an extra maybe half an inch, maybe an inch in spots. We'll see how that works. It'll just basically dice up the roads again, which they're already going to be pretty rough across most of this area, anyways. Okay. Down here towards Louisiana, heavy could be moderate to heavy sleet at times across the northern to central Louisiana. Freezing rain all the way to the Gulf Coast here. So, like I said, glaze to a tenth of an inch, even all the way to the Gulf Coast of Texas into parts of Louisiana as well. And then as we go forward, Tennessee is actually absolutely getting hammered tomorrow with snow again. So I think the bigger winners is going to be eastern parts of Tennessee could have the biggest accumulations with this system. Okay. I'm going to go out east here in just a second. So I want you to pay attention up here towards Missouri, northern half of Missouri. Okay, you guys didn't get much today, but you have this third system. Been talking about this possibility of a third little wave coming through the northern parts of the state here. This is coming through parts of Kentucky, or I'm sorry, not Kentucky. Sorry, it's been a long week with all these systems coming through. It's been very busy, very busy. Anyways, it's going to be a little system coming through, possibly providing some light snow across Kansas, and then getting into parts of Missouri here. We go out east, and what just happened? All right, let me fix this. All right, I just think there's so many people using this site. this weather bell site that crashed for a second. So I think we got it back up now. So you see this might be a little bit of band coming through northern Arkansas in the morning, and then really could be getting going here again across the parts of Tennessee, well, a lot of Tennessee, northern Mississippi, heavy snow. Where that sleet changes to straight snow, that's where that heaviest snow band is going to be, and we kind of we highlighted that in our snowfall totals as well. So this is going to get out of here. 11. This is 12 o'clock. Heavy snow across southern half of Kentucky into parts of West Virginia, and then snow trying to get into Virginia as well. Lots of sleet into freezing rain across the Gulf Coast into Monroe. Lots of sleet there as well. And then this gets out of here. Some freezing rain getting into parts of Alabama and southern parts of Mississippi now, and freezing rain getting all the way to the Gulf Coast of Louisiana. And here is that little system I was talking about for tomorrow evening, coming across northern Missouri here through basically riding the I-70 corridor just north of Springfield, and basically from Kansas City to St. Louis. So that's going to deliver a nice little light snow that could deliver a half an inch to an inch, and that was included in our snowfall forecast that goes through Tuesday. Okay, so as we get into tomorrow night, freezing rain is still ongoing across parts of Louisiana. Sleet just inland from there into Mississippi and northern Alabama here. And then freezing rain is sneaking into parts of Georgia now, northwestern part of Georgia, central Alabama, and then southern parts of Mississippi now as we head towards tomorrow night. And then here we are, 5 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Basically, a lot of snow up here towards the northeast or New England and the Appalachians now, and then some lingering freezing rain that could possibly get into New Orleans as we head into early Tuesday morning. That we'll have to do a wait and see on that one. So even this model's got its freezing rain possibilities even into parts of the Panhandle of Florida. Okay, this is Tuesday morning, so that's something that happened. It'll just be like a glaze, but it will slicken up the roads. And then this is going to get out of here, and you can see. Look at all this lake effect snow coming into Buffalo, and then off the lakes here. Lots of lake effect snow. It's going to happen this week over that area, the favored snow belts. Alrighty, so that's basically the latest update for tonight in through Tuesday morning. Let's go over this one more time. Here's the snowfall totals from basically what we got today through Tuesday. So you guys need to know where your counties are at. You need to know where your states at are on the map. Like I said, just south of Memphis here, we got a 4 to 7 inch band from northern Mississippi, southern Tennessee, over towards eastern Tennessee, and then up the spinal Appalachians here. The darker blues is 2 to 4 inches, encompassing most of Arkansas. A lot of this happened today, with even the 4+ happening in parts of the Ozarks, with some of those 5 to 6 inch amounts. Basically, Springfield to Poplar Bluff on 1 to 2. A lot happened today already. Already got some ground truth on a lot of this. And then the southern part of this here, this is going to be snow and sleet totals. So dusting to an inch. This is sleet or snow across this area, and then a little bit inland here across South Arkansas, maybe 1 to 2 inches of sleet snow totals. Alrighty, so that's basically all we have tonight. Here's the ice accumulation one more time. Glaze to 1/10 in the light pink here through most of southeastern Texas towards the Gulf Coast, even into southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and through central Alabama, and then up towards southern parts of Arkansas. Glaze to 1/10 of an inch. This is straight freezing rain. And then in the darker pinks here, possibly 1/10 to 1/4 inch plus is possible across the base of the I-20 corridor here from just west of Dallas or east of Dallas through Shreveport, Monroe, and over towards central parts of Mississippi. Okay. Regardless, if anything falls, roads are going to become absolutely horrible over this whole area. Okay, and it's going to be happening fast with these cold temperatures, and this stuff is not going to go anywhere over the next 48 hours either. So it's going to be multiple school closures, possibly some infrastructure closures, stuff like that across the area. Maybe your business could be closed. It just depends on that. But like I said, the roads are going to be absolutely horrible. We don't have the snow removal or you know the fight this stuff with the salt and the salt brine and plus the de-icing solution, stuff like that in the south. Don't have that much equipment, and so these roads could stay pretty ugly for at least through midweek across a lot of this south here. So um, be very careful. You could get there's a lot of apps out there showing road conditions. Like RDOT has an app. I believe Tennessee does, Louisiana. So just stay up to date on road conditions and do not get out unless you have to, especially with all this ice and sleet coming. It will create just absolute wreck, and a lot of people can't even drive when it's sunny and 75 outside. So imagine getting those kind of people out on these kind of roads. So hunker down. We'll get through this, and the cold is one of the bigger stories as well, and the road conditions is one of the bigger stories as well because immediate impacts and life-threatening and pipe-busting cold is settling into the region. At least through midweek, and then we have another storm system to talk about Thursday, Friday. I'm going to go over that with supporters probably tomorrow morning, and then talk to you all about that possibly tomorrow night into Tuesday. Okay. We'll see how trends are with that because models tend to try to push out deep Arctic air too quickly. And that just spells trouble if another storm system comes, which I think is coming Thursday, Friday, uh, with most more snow, sleet, and freezing rain chances across parts of the area. And then another dump of Arctic air coming next weekend. So if we don't get above freezing Wednesday or Thursday across parts of the area here, we're going to be below freezing probably until next week, maybe Monday, Tuesday next week. So we're talking 7 to 10 days, possibly below freezing across parts of the area if you don't get above freezing on Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. All right, stay safe out there. If you have to get out, be very, very careful. I know a lot of people. Need to go get to work if they're not closed. So, luckily, tomorrow's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so there's going to be a lot of closures, anyways. So, thankful for that because that reduces the amount of people that are going to be out on the road. But like I said, travel is going to be impacted for days on end here with these brutal cold temperatures of 30 to 55 below average across a lot of the area. Stay safe out there. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your support. We really appreciate it. And we will talk again soon. And like I said, we'll have an update in the supporter hub with our long range, and then we'll talk again with this potential next system coming later this week with you all, possibly by Tuesday. Have a great evening, everyone, and stay safe.